everybody, this is Lord Slark here. So first of all, I'd like to apologise as I haven't made a video in absolutely ages. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really have a reason. Just haven't really got around to recording. You'll notice the new format, which is where there's stuff on screen, not my face, and you could just hear my voice. There's a pretty good reason for that. It's because it's a pain in the arse to set the camera up. That's one of the big reasons I've been making any videos. And so here you go, this new form. I hope you like it. It has some benefits. I'll probably end up making more videos this way. I might even manage 2 a week. I'm not making any promises though. But also, I can put relevant stuff on screen, maybe even clips if required. I think it's just going to go a lot smoother this way. So the topic of the day is Patrick Troughton, the top 5 Patrick Troughton stories. So let's start off by saying Patrick Troughtons is one of my favourite doctors ever. I mean, no, he is my favourite doctor ever. I absolutely love him. And unlike the rest of these top 5 lists, or every single episode on this top 5 is like in my top 10 episodes ever. I mean, there's 5 Patrick Troughton episodes in my top 10, so it just happens to fit in this way. I do love Troughton a lot, and this is kind of a testament to it, I suppose. But yeah, these episodes are really high quality, and I absolutely love them. Unlike the rest of the list, I might have 1 or 2 that I don't really care about, but Anyway, so let's get on with the list. Top 5 Patrick Troughton episodes. So at number 5 we have Power of the Daleks. Now this is just an absolutely excellent episode. It succeeds in pretty much every department you'd need it to. For one, as a Dalek episode, it's great. It's really, really good. Because the Daleks actually seem threatening. It starts off with just 2 of them, without any guns. And then they just multiply and multiply beneath the noses of so many people. And then just go on a killing spree. And it just really shows how deadly the Daleks can be sometimes. And it's when they're at this most deadly, which they're most scary. And that's really how you should be doing Dalek episodes. Seem to have been forgotten in more recent episodes, but Eggleston's Dalek story certainly got it. And quite a few others in the classic series certainly got it, but oh well. And also it succeeds as a new Doctor episode in the fact that, this was the first new Doctor episode, so they had to get it right. And oh boy, they did. They presented this, new Doctor with, quite a threat and proved that he was just as capable as Hartnell had taken it out, which I think that's kind of what, you needed to introduce the audience to this kind of new concept, really. And so it succeeds very well in that, and it's just overall a really fun to watch episode. Would recommend, and it's so sad it's lost. This would be my top choice to be recovered. Maybe the Daleks Master Plan? Actually, no. This, then the Daleks Master Plan, be my top choices for recovery. Maybe Fury from the Deep as well, but I'm rambling on now, so yeah. Power Daleks at number 5. So at number 4, we have The Invasion. Yeah, Cybermen episodes were definitely at their best in the 60s. And while I don't think this is an amazing Cyberman episode, it's still an amazing episode. I mean, the Cybermen certainly seem ruthless, efficient killers, but it kind of misses the whole point that they're like us, and they don't really seem that creepy. They are somewhat scary at parts, but not really. But the reason why this episode is so good is because of one man, maybe 2 men, Tobias Vaughan and Packer. They're just such an amazing villain duo, the most memorable in all of Doctor Who, even better than Chase and Scobie from Seeds of Doom, which is another one I highly rate. But Vaughan and Packer, best side character villains in all of Doctor Who. They're so interesting, they're such good characters, and they're just infinitely quotable, and I absolutely love it. And the fact that the Cybermen aren't in for the first 4 episodes, those characters need to be good, and it succeeds. And on top of it, it's just a kind of really fun espionage episode, which we don't get very often. It was quite common-ish around Troughton and Pertwee's era, but even then it wasn't that big. But it kind of introduced Eunice really well. It was just a great episode overall, as well as helping to introduce Unit, continuing the legacy of the Cybermen, and bringing us the best villain in all of Doctor Who. Credit to Kevin Stoney, his acting is amazing. He was also in the Daleks Master Plan, which, even Mavic Chen is a close second to Vaughan in terms of memorable characters, but Vaughan wins. So that is The Invasion at number 4. At number 3 we have The Web of Fear. Now this is an absolutely excellent story, which I did actually first see before it came out on DVD. I saw it as a reconstruction before it was found, and I liked it then. I love it now. I don't know, it's just when you actually see some of these missing episodes properly when they're recovered, you like them a lot more. I don't know. Just kind of how it happens, because obviously it is a visual medium. But anyway, this is a absolutely excellent story. It's the pinnacle of base under siege stories, which were quite prevalent during Troughton's era. And yeah, it just does everything really well. It's got like the army with the first introduction of the Brigadier, got the Yetis, which are done much better now because they got kind of the lights in their eyes and a lot more creepy. The London Underground setting is excellent. The web kind of hems them in. Got such a great atmosphere, and you can just watch all 6 episodes all the way through and not get bored. It's such a fun time. Highly recommend this episode. So glad it was recovered. So at number 2 we have The Tomb of the Cybermen. This is like a classic story. Everybody knows it. It was surrounded with such mystery before 1982 when it was recovered in Hong Kong. And to this day, it does stand the test of time. I mean, there are a few hiccups here and there. Like, the sets feel a bit cheap at points. There's some casual racism and sexism, but nothing too bad. It doesn't distract from the episode massively unless you're, get offended by anything. Even if it is there. But it's still an excellent episode. The Cybermen are done so well. This is one of the best episodes for how well the Cybermen are done, because they're really creepy, and they try to make us like them. That's what the Cybermen should be about, and that's what makes them so much more creepy than the modern ones, where it's just like Iron Man or RoboCop, which is what they seem to be going for with these new ones. But this one, absolutely great story, great characters, really enjoyable. The episodes just fly by. Not to mention that incidental music. Oh, it's just perfect, and it just doesn't let up. Every time I watch this, I just love it more. What a great episode. So a few honourable mentions before we get to number 1. One of these is The Mind Robber. It's an excellent story. It's one of the most original episodes in Doctor Who. Like, Doctor Who's known for kind of taking some kind of inspiration from some sources, let's say. But in this, it's a really fun idea, good concept, and it works really well. It has a great atmosphere, and it's very enjoyable. Another one is Enemy of the World. Just like The Invasion, it's an espionage episode, apart from like all of its espionage this time. And it's a lot of fun, especially just how Patrick Troughtons steals the show in it. Because there's somebody who looks exactly like him in it, who's like a really powerful man, and he has to impersonate him at points. And obviously it's still Patrick Troughton playing the other man as well, and it's just great. Such a fun episode. They don't quite make it on the top 5, but they're pretty damn close. And finally, at number 1, we have The Wargames. An excellent finale to what is my favourite era in all of Doctor Who. Oh, this is a 10-part epic, and it never lets up. It never gets boring. It's done so well. All the cliffhangers are so tense and dramatic. You have to go and watch the next episode. You don't get bored. It's just written that well, and it's a really interesting idea. There's some really good characters, and even some of the side characters have a lot of development, because obviously it's 10 episodes long. You can afford to do those things. And it's just so good. I can't express how good it is. And the mystery is built up so well at the beginning. You think, oh, it's World War One, but then the guy puts on the glass and it's like, oh, something's gone wrong here. And that just kind of draws you into the story, and it's just from then on, it's just really good. And it's just a perfect example of how like a longer episode can allow for much more epic a tale. This proves that perfectly. And never gets boring. It's unique in that fact that it's one of those longer episodes which you can actually sit and watch in one sitting and be absolutely fine. And that's why it's at number 1, and it's my second favourite episode ever. That's how good it is. I absolutely love it, and I can just, anytime I can watch the Wargames, despite it being 10 parts, well, as long as I have the time, because, that's like 4 hours. But yeah, so that was my top 5 Patrick Troughton episodes. I am a huge fan of his era, if you couldn't tell. And all of those, apart from the honourable mentions, are in my top 10 episodes ever. So, yeah, I do like him a lot. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you back next time in another video.